Hi there, Evan here with Crypto and Markets for Wednesday, August 8th, 2018. I'm doing a video today to cover where we are in the markets and how we seem to be going past here the global growth narrative that really fell apart at the beginning of the year. The credit slowdown in China obviously had a big part in that, but nonetheless, it has slowed down since the beginning of the year. Now, in the previous video I did last week, I talked about the market breadth being very narrow. Well, yes, the market has gone higher, I know, but the breadth of that market has even gotten narrower. I mean, really now, it's only Apple, IBM, maybe a bit of Facebook and Amazon, but that's pretty much it at this point. In fact, I will link this down below. Volatility Analytics put out a chart yesterday talking about the percentage of new highs in the stock market. That's been steadily going down the last few months as the market has been going up. Again, great chart from the folks over at Volatility Analytics. I will link it down below so y'all can read it. Anyhow, back to the previous point. Now, why am I saying this? If you look at global growth, that seems to be really slowing big time. In fact, it's really been slowing almost since the beginning of the year. If you look at Korean exports, if you look at German factory orders, they both peaked out right around the turn of the year and have been going down ever since. In fact, Raoul Paul, I believe, put out a great chart on this about a week ago. I'll link it to a tweet and put it down below, talking about, in fact, if you want to know this, how much Korean exports lead global earnings per share growth. Well, it uses the MSCI All World Index, which is market cap weighted international. That's how they effectively list it. So take stocks from around the world, weight them on market cap, and that's how the index is done. You look at that, which is the best indicator of global earnings growth. It leads it by about typically 3 to 6 months, has turned lower from the beginning of the year, has stayed down. So we're looking at the very least, much slower earnings growth around the world the rest of the year. And if you look closely, every single market but the US has already rolled over. I mean, you can even see this in US manufacturing. Zero Hedge put out a great chart on this a couple of days ago. It peaked out a few months later, where usually in the US it usually does, but it peaked out right about March of this year and has been slowly going down ever since. I'm referring to the PMIs, by the way, but it gives you a general indication of where manufacturing is going. Peaks out in March, has been slowly going down ever since. And towards the end of the year, you're going to see slower earnings growth at the very least out of the US as well. And whenever it happens, the US is obviously going to have to reprice. We can even see this as far as housing markets go as well. Canada worked on extensively. Australia, look what's going on in Australia right now. The UK now, even to a certain degree. Even the US now to a certain degree. I mean, you can talk about one of the big factors being how in the tax cuts last year, one big provision they got rid of, or at least have capped out now, is how much state and local taxes you can deduct off your income tax. That's obviously played a part in it. For me, it's been more the fact that the housing market's finding out it's a lot harder now when your central bank isn't keeping every mortgage-backed security under the sun. And the fact that a lot of the growth was artificial, was central bank driven, that is starting to come out in the market now. So essentially, to put all this together, where do we stand? The global economy is slowing. Earnings aren't going to be there going forward. And having a market with just a few stocks leading the way just isn't sustainable. Again, timing these things, as you can see for me even, it's very difficult. But we all know eventually the market will catch up with itself. That's all I wanted to say for this video. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, be sure to subscribe, and most importantly, follow me on Twitter @CryptoMarkets2. Have a wonderful day, everybody.